guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be something which it's very different from me to do a video like this because I never talk about like celebrities or celebrity brands and all of that stuff. But today's video, like you can tell from the title, I'm going to talk about 10 brands. Do I have 10? Yeah, I do have 10 brands which I'm going to talk about which are owned by celebrities, or like the celebrities are the face of the brand, and they might not be the ones who are doing all the work behind the brand. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have like a team to manage everything, but they are the owners and they are the faces of the brand. So we're going to talk about those. This video is very much inspired by a series which I was doing. So I basically talk to you guys every week on my Instagram stories about like certain topics that are on my mind. And a couple of weeks actually, it's been a long time since I spoke about this, but I spoke to you guys about merch basically, which is merchandise. So similar to the Bollywood or like the celebrities, a lot of people, a lot of bloggers, a lot of celebrities, a lot of content creators also come up with their merch lines eventually, which includes sometimes they come up with their makeup brands, which definitely makes sense. Sometimes they come up with their merch lines, so like t-shirts, mugs, stationery, all of that stuff. And I was talking to one of you, and we the topic shifted basically from merchandise to celebrity owned like fashion lines. It doesn't matter what they come up with, but something that is owned by a celebrity, and that is basically pretty much what inspired this video. So if you're watching this, thank you so much for inspiring the idea of this video. But yeah, now that the intro has become super duper long, let's dive right in and let's start talking about these Bollywood celebrities who have come out with their respective lines, their respective brands. Now keep in mind, I'm just gonna like briefly talk about all of them and what I think of them, like what my first impressions kind of have been by kind of like stalking them on social media and checking out their websites, seeing the price points, seeing the kind of range of products that they have, etc. And I will try to leave as many websites as possible and like places from where you can buy them or like check them out, but I will mainly leave all the Instagram handles for all the brands, so you can check out their social media first and then you can move on to checking out their websites. So yeah, all the information, so like if you're interested in anything that I'm talking about, you can just directly click on the links or check out the Instagram pages basically to kind of understand where exactly I am coming from and why I have the opinion that I have. So yeah, definitely check out the description box. But now let's finally get started. So I definitely have to start with a brand which kind of like, you know, instantly came to my mind when I thought of this, and that is K Beauty, which is Katrina Kaif's makeup line that is kind of like, I don't know exactly how the business model works, but it's kind of like a collaboration with Nykaa, something like that. That is what I first heard a lot of bloggers talk about when they got the K Beauty PR kits and all of that stuff. So yeah, what my opinion is of K Beauty is that I really think there's a lot of thought that has gone into creating the brand, curating all the products, from the names to the kind of products to the kind of like color ranges and all of that. Personally, I really like K Beauty. I don't own a lot of stuff by them. I have their loose powder and I have one of their lip crayons, and I think the price point is like mid-range. I won't say it's super affordable, I won't say it's super duper expensive, which I actually really like, because a lot of times I feel like when there are certain collaborations that happen with brands and like celebrities and stuff, it can sometimes be a little too expensive. And in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, the My Glam and Manish Malhotra collaboration was pretty overpriced. I mean, My Glam is more mid-range to a little bit more expensive, and then when they do collaborations and then the products become like really expensive, it's just like, is it even worth it? So I'm really happy that Katrina and Nykaa or K Beauty, whoever did it, they kept their price point relatively, I would say, affordable. I wouldn't say it's super affordable, but it's definitely not crazy expensive, which is something I really like. Moving on next to another brand, it's more of a fitness related one, and that is HRX by Hrithik Roshan. Now this is one that I did not know about earlier. I actually got to know a couple of months ago about this from one of my friends who I was talking to. So if some of you might not know, but I worked for a year with a sports based, like sports goods based brand, and that is how I really got into the whole fitness, and I got to know more about like the different brands which make like sports goods. I mean, everyone knows about Nike and Reebok and all of that stuff, but like apart from that, and I think we were like comparing different sports shoes, and that's when my friend mentioned HRX by Hrithik Roshan, and that a lot of the products are really good quality. Like sometimes when it's a celebrity line, you're just like, is this so overpriced and is this so like talked about only because it's a celebrity line, or are the products really good? And my friend mentioned that the products are actually really good. That's what we've all heard about. We haven't tried, like neither of us have actually tried the products, so we can't talk about that, but it definitely looks very promising, and I do see myself at some point pick up like some of their leggings, and like the sports leggings and even the shoes, because they do look pretty cool. So yeah, and again, it's not super expensive, it's not super affordable either. Like I think Nike and Reebok would cost you obviously a lot more than HRX would. So obviously it's not a good price point comparison, but you kind of know what I mean. Like sometimes I feel like when you first hear about a celebrity line, you're like, this is definitely going to be expensive. And that is when I'm going to talk about my next brand, which is definitely very, very overpriced. And I feel like I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but being human, I mean, come on. I'm sorry, Salman, but being human is just very, very, very expensive for what it is. And I know it's maybe not good timing, and I feel like if you guys are a big fan of Salman Khan, you might get a little offended by this, but it was just yesterday that I read this article. I think it was on Quora, I am not sure. And I'm basically going to just leave that article. I'm going to try to look for it, and I'm going to leave it in the description box. And it basically said that Salman does all of these like philanthropic activities and everything only when there are cameras around and when he's getting publicity. And behind the cameras, he's like kind of an, I don't want to use a bad word, but you basically know what I mean. So you can just go ahead and read the article. I don't know, I don't want to take sides. I want to be as neutral as possible. But yeah, I just think being human, like the stuff is, it's like really basic stuff, and it's like very expensive for basic stuff. So yeah, I never see myself buying anything from the brand, mainly for that reason, because like I could buy the same thing for like 200 bucks, so why would I pay like 600, 800, or 1,000 bucks? Like obviously whatever the price of the product is. So yeah, not happening. Again, please don't take offense. Okay, this is just my personal opinion. Moving on next to one of my absolute favorite celebrities, Bollywood actresses. It's Deepika Padukone. I mean, who doesn't love Deepika Padukone? And she has this line which is called um, all about you. Yeah, I think it's All About You by Deepika Padukone, which is on Myntra. And earlier I thought it only has like ethnic and Indo-Western stuff and all of that, but when I checked more, I actually saw that she does have a lot of like Western stuff as well, like casual Western, like maybe slightly formal, semi-formal kind of like t-shirts and tops and all of that stuff, which was really cool. And I believe she has a little bit of footwear as well. Whatever I saw was in Myntra, so I'm pretty sure that is most of her collection, and I think it's exclusively sold on Myntra. Again, don't quote me on any of this, because this is just stuff that I was casually researching, and these are just like first impressions. I haven't done like in-depth research on any of these. So yeah, if any of the things that I'm saying is wrong, please correct me in the comment section. I would be happy to learn more about it. So yeah, that was that. And I feel like the price points are also like, again, not super affordable, not super expensive. It's kind of like mid-range ish. So yeah, that is good. Moving on, next is Nush by Anushka Sharma. This one is one that I would say some of her stuff is like worth the money by based of what I saw, but then there are certain like really basic things, like at least basic looking. I obviously can't judge the quality just looking at pictures. So there were some things which were like super basic, and then I was like, this is a little expensive for like super basic. So yeah, that's the reason why I was like, um, I wouldn't go for something that I personally feel like is overpriced and like I could get for much cheaper. But then some of the things are like really unique, really quirky, really some that you don't see very often. So yeah, that was really nice, and I think again because it's not super duper expensive, I think it's definitely like, you know, good stuff. And I do see myself picking up some of the things. I saw some really cute stuff like what you would normally see on Shane, which is obviously now banned in India. So yeah, I definitely think you should check out Nush by Anushka Sharma, because I think you might find some really cute things there. So that was Nush. And then moving on, talking about another line which I think is a little overpriced, is RHESON, which is Rhea Kapoor and Sonam Kapoor. They're obviously sisters, the daughters of Anil Kapoor. They have RHESON, which is, I believe, exclusively sold on, in, not on. Actually, both. So it's sold in and on Shopper Stop. So I have seen their pieces in person in like a shopper stop. I think maybe like a year or 1.5 year ago. Like reason is not something that I recently discovered. I've known about it for a long time. But all the stuff is like so edgy and like it's not my style. I mean, it's like one of those like fantasy stuff things, but it's not like what I actually am. So yeah, that's why I feel like I might maybe pick up like one or two things from recent, but otherwise it's personally not really my style, and I do think that the products can be a little bit more, again, on the expensive side. But I think maybe I checked out their website like a week or two ago, and they had like a lot of like sales and stuff going on. Maybe because of like the whole pandemic situation and everything. So yeah, maybe some of these websites, like even for Being Human, by the way, when I checked the website and when I saw the prices at that time were a little lesser because there was like a sale going on. But then like the MRPs were definitely on the higher side. So maybe right now, a lot of these expensive lines you might also be able to find at a cheaper price because of the sales and the discounts going on. Like everybody is trying to clear out their stock right now, like not just these brands, but honestly all the brands out there and all the websites out there which could not do business for the past couple of months, or like their business has been a little bit slower, obviously thanks to the pandemic, are having sales and discounts going now. So it's definitely a good time. Moving on next, the next brand is again one which I don't know much about, but when again we were talking about HRX, like me and my friends, we also spoke about Skult, which is Shahid Kapoor's line. This one is supposed to be a little bit more sporty, but it's not like completely sporty. Like HRX is majorly very sporty. Like you'll find sports bras there, you'll find t-shirts there, you'll find leggings, like workout leggings and stuff, and you'll find shoes. Skult, on the other hand, sorry, has sporty looking stuff, but not like sports stuff. Like if you are maybe like a tomboy, again, no offense, but I think if you are a tomboy, you would probably not be watching a makeup channel. So yeah, if you know someone who's a tomboy, or maybe you're not always someone who like wears makeup and stuff, and you have a more casual, sporty, chic-ish kind of a style, then you might actually like the stuff that a Skult has to offer. And the prices, I would say, are again mid-range. To be very honest, they're not super expensive, they're not super affordable. But then I think when it comes to prices, I'm just telling you what my assumption is. What is expensive to me might not be expensive to you. What might be mid range to me might be expensive for you. So, again, keep those things in mind as well, which is why I'm telling you that you can check out their websites and their Instagrams. Moving on next. Now, this one I'm really a little bit confused, to be honest, because I read an article which said that the brand Imara is what Shraddha Kapoor owns, or like it's her brand. And then I also saw that there was also like another link when I was Googling, or rather searching on Google, and it said Imara by Kareena Kapoor. So I don't know if it's like if both of them have like their lines with Imara, or like one owned it and then sold it to the other. Like I don't know the history, or I don't know who actually owns it. But either or, Imara is more ethnic kind of like it's got Indo-Western and it's got a lot of ethnic like kurtis and stuff like that. So that is what they really focus on, which is probably why I wouldn't try them out, because I'm not a very like I don't wear a lot of Indian clothes in general. The only times I wear Indian clothes are like festivals and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't tend to buy a lot of like ethnic clothes. Sometimes Indo-Western, but not really much. So yeah, and I'm very very particular about the kind of Indo-Western and ethnic clothes that I buy, like the kurtis and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't, to be very very honest, like I don't really see myself buying much from them or even buying anything at all. But yeah, again, definitely check them out. And if you know who actually owns it, or whoever is the face of the brand, please leave it in the comment section down below. Moving on to the last two brands that we have to talk about, there is Arias, which is another like skincare line. I feel like the only two like more beauty related things that were was K beauty and Arias. The rest of like everything else was like lifestyle, clothing, and footwear based. Arias, again, like I mentioned, is Lara Dutta's line, and there it's basically got a lot of like skincare stuff, and I don't know why, but it's some like it's the marketing or the packaging, I don't know what, but it reminds me of Fenty Skin for some reason. And if you don't know, Fenty Skin is obviously Rihanna's skincare line that she recently launched maybe a couple of weeks ago, after launching Fenty Beauty, which has been there obviously for a couple of years now, which is the makeup line. But yeah, I don't know if it's the similarities in the background of the owners, or it's the packaging or the kind of products, but yeah, Arias does remind me of that. And to be very honest, even though I love trying out skincare and makeup all the time, majorly skincare more than makeup, but for some reason Arias does not really appeal a lot to me. Again, I don't know what it is. It's maybe the fact that I am very much fond of like actives in my skincare, and I didn't notice a lot of actives in their products when I was searching. If you have more information, or if you've tried out anything from Arias, then definitely let me know specifically if it has actives, or like if you feel like there is a product that I would really like, then definitely let me know in the comment section down below. And last but not the least, this one is actually a collaboration between three women who we very much associate to Bollywood. The first one is a Susanne. No, first I'll tell you the brand. So it's the label Life, which is owned by Susanne Khan, ex-wife of Hrithik Roshan. Another similarity we have here. Then there is Malaika, Arora, and Bipasha, Basu. So these three women own the label Life, and I don't know if they have like divided their responsibilities. But when I checked out their website, it said that it said something like dazzling dresses by Suzanne. Then there was something tops. Again, I don't like very very clearly remember, but like there was a section which said something tops by Malaika, Arora, and then there was shoes by Deepika. So I think like the three of them have kind of like divided their responsibilities, and each of them kind of like style one particular category, or like when you're working back end, when it comes to like deciding the designs, deciding what you want to launch and all of that stuff, So like they basically divide their responsibilities and take care of like individual niches inside the brand. So again, I don't exactly know much about how it works, but you can again definitely check out the website. And the label life again looks really promising. I think out of all these brands, the ones that I am the most excited is Nush and the label life. And when it comes to like a little bit of the fitness stuff, then HRX. I feel like these three are the brands which personally I am the most interested in. Even the Deepika Padukone's line, I'm a little bit interested in, to be honest, but not as much because looking at the pieces, and thinking about what my kind of preferences are when it comes to fashion, I personally think I'll really like the stuff from the label life and from Nush. So yeah, that was kind of my not so short uh, kind of like discussion thoughts on all of these lines and all of these brands. Definitely let me know if you've tried something from any of these brands and what your thoughts are on any of them, all of them. You can leave it in the comment section down below. Definitely follow me on my Instagram and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel already. The subscribe button is right under the video somewhere. You can click on the red subscribe button and also hit on the bell button to get to know every single time I post a new video. And my Instagram is definitely obviously in the description box as well. So yeah, definitely follow me there on my Instagram if you are not following me already. And yeah, that's it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this like fun discussion on some celebrity brands and celebrity lines. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.